Hi, my name's John Harris. You're obviously here for a credit-related issue, which is fine. It happens to millions and millions of Americans. It could be your fault or no fault of your own. It doesn't really matter when it comes to credit repair. Um, Let me give you a real quick rundown on me. I worked in the mortgage industry. Our company got mortgages for people with bad to really bad credit. We would increase their FICO as quick as possible to the highest score we could get them, so that they could get lower payments or even get qualified for the mortgages. After that, I actually worked for one of the big three credit bureaus. I wasn't going to mention which one, but it was Experian. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the listing here on eBay. I'm going to give you some information that you really need to consider when you're repairing your credit. And so let's get started. I'm going to look at this ad. I'm not going to keep this video too long. I know you've got stuff to do. But just remember, your credit is extremely important. Okay? And once you learn, this credit repair technique that I'm going to show you, I can't say that you're going to be a credit expert, okay? But you're going to have the knowledge to remove items that you want removed. So let's just go through it. And as you learn more, you could become a credit expert, which is a really good goal. Okay, so let's just go through this stuff. Okay, in the listing here, basically just talking about me, blah blah blah. I'm showing you here. If you do a search for credit repair, this photo is really bad. I should actually get a better photo, but for now, okay. You'll see on your search results that you're going to get the FTC. Okay, these guys are the Federal Trade Commission. Okay, they basically they're a government agency. Okay, these other guys, Lexington Law, Ovation, and all of these guys, they're basically dispute mills. Okay, and the credit repair company or the credit bureaus know that these credit repair companies are basically dispute mills, so they don't take any dispute from these companies seriously. Okay, because the credit bureaus will do anything they can to dispute or to dismiss your dispute. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it where they can't just dismiss it. Okay, so let's just go on here. Let's see. Annual credit report. Okay, you'll hear about this website a lot if you're looking around for credit repair, stuff like that. This is a website. I'm just going to go to it here real quick. Okay, here we are on the site. It's annualcreditreport.com. And you'll see here in the corner, it was brought to you by Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, which is true. Okay, now this site was set up with agreement with the FTC so that people could get their credit report for free. Okay, once every 12 months. Okay, now the problem with this is with this agreement that was come to with the FTC and the credit bureaus is that they got an extra 15 days to respond to disputes. Okay, so if you use this annual credit report, instead of them having 30 days to respond, they now have 45 days. Okay, and you need to use time on your side. Okay, you want time on your side. Okay, so even if you don't get this package, that's fine, but don't use annual credit report. Okay, it puts you at a big disadvantage. Okay, so let's go on. There's another site that you can use that is completely free. You don't have to put a credit card in. I was gonna show you that later, but let me just show you right now. It's hold on, I'll bring it up. It's called Credit Karma. Okay. Okay, here it is. Credit Karma. There's no cost. You're not going to have to put a credit card in. Now, the reason that you want to use Credit Karma is because you can access it at any time. Okay? With the annual free credit report, you're getting your one free credit report, and it's not going to change. Your score is not going to change. You've got your one report for that moment in time. Okay? Now, as you repair your credit, you're going to want to see the changes with it. Okay? You're going to want to see your score going up and how that dispute worked and all of that. Okay? So it's monitoring it. You can check it at any given moment. Okay? So it's in real time. So, once again, don't use the annual free credit report. Use Credit Karma. Okay? You're not going to have to put a credit card in and nothing like that. Okay? Let's go on to the next thing here. Okay, you'll see here that I say you have to opt out when you get your credit report. Okay, what this is you have to opt out of the mandatory arbitration agreement. Okay, when you get a credit report, what the bureaus do is in the fine print, let me show you one of them right here. Hold on. Okay, this is the one from Experian. Okay, and it's in their terms of use, buried way in the back. But if you get a credit report from them, dispute, you'll see here, they've got it all in caps, dispute resolution by binding arbitration. And it says, please read carefully. It affects your rights. Okay, so by getting a credit report from even Credit Karma, because the credit reports are coming from Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, you have to opt out of this agreement. Okay, because as you dispute your credit, if you don't opt out, then you're agreeing to binding arbitration. Okay, which, number one, costs money. Number two, the arbitration company is picked by the credit bureau. Okay? So you don't want to, you definitely need to opt out. And I'm going to give you the letter to opt out. Okay? The opt out has to be in writing. And I've got the opt out addresses that you just send the opt out letter, but attention opt out, and then depending on what bureau you're getting your report from. Okay? So once you opt out, then this binding arbitration agreement is not in effect. Okay, and when you're disputing, with the dispute letters that I'm going to give you, this is mentioned in the letter to them. So the bureau understands that you're smart enough to opt out of the binding arbitration. Okay, so they don't have you on that angle. Okay, you're an informed consumer. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, it says your credit dispute has been outsourced to India. Okay, this is absolutely true. The cost of outsourcing to India has dropped the dispute process cost down considerably. Okay, I'm going to show you how to avoid this whole situation altogether. Okay, well, number one, never, ever dispute online. There's so many reasons for not disputing online. You have no timeline, baseline. The online process basically is set up so you fail. Okay? All your disputes have to be in writing. Okay? And they have to be handwritten. Okay? You can't, I'm going to give you the templates, but you have to handwrite them. Okay? Because any excuse that the Bureau can do to say that this is a generic type dispute from a dispute mill, and they're going to reject the dispute, saying verified. Okay? I'll show you how to prevent all of that. Alright? You're basically beating them at the timeline and the legal, using legal methods to do it, because they can't verify the debts. Okay? But let me show you when we'll go into it a lot more detail, okay, on it. But it's not really complicated once you know what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to try to make you as close to an expert as I can. Okay, it depends on how much time and effort you want to put into it. But you could become a credit expert, which I strongly suggest. But if you're just looking to remove one or two items, that's fine too. Okay, so let's go on here. Okay, on the listing here, I've got some deletion letters here. I actually have thousands of these. If you want to send me your email or something, I can send you. I've got one file with probably, well, there's over 2,000 of them, but I know I have one file I can send you with. I think it's got like 700 and some odd dispute letters in it. Okay, so lastly, I'm just showing you the eBay reviews here, real quick. Great information, got it, love it, so unique. All good reviews, just to help you, make your decision. And if you don't choose to get this package, that's fine, but just sure that you follow that little advice that I gave you in this video. Don't dispute online. Don't get your credit report through Annual. Use Credit Karma. You have to handwrite your disputes. And also make sure that when you send out your disputes, you, number one, get them notarized. Okay, get them notarized, and send them registered mail. Okay, because you're fighting the timeline as well as the actual item. Okay, they cannot provide the information that's required by law. But hopefully you get the package so we can go into more detail. Good luck either way.